Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering, I have to agree to disagree. Before I get right into this, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So, normally, when I'm having a debate, a discussion, or something like this, I like to analyze all four corners of the conversation. That means the person that's making the point, the people that have the point possibly made against them, and the people that are buffering away from the point or to the point. So when I'm looking directly at the comments made by head coach Deion Sanders of the University of Colorado Buffaloes, and he talked about how he was ashamed that the HBCUs only got one player drafted, and I believe that was one of the late rounds from the New England Patriots, and that was from Jackson State, matter of fact. And he talked about how they had top-rated talent or better talent in HBCUs that didn't get drafted. It talked about so many different things of this is what we need to do. And I love Deion Sanders, love him to death, support him wholeheartedly, but I'm going to have to agree to disagree. When you think about the ability to not only scout, when you think about the ability to not only coach, HBCUs have good products. You have to keep in mind the NFL has expanded since 2021, 2021. 22 for sure. I know COVID was happening, so I don't think they did much for that. But 2020, 21, 22 have been more effectively putting on things as far as HBCU combines. I believe they invited 40 to 50 guys last year for this current year for the combine, and they've taken onus to put all 32 teams as representation at the actual combines for HBCUs. Not for just the regular combine, but for HBCU combines. So you have to keep in mind the NFL is actively trying to bridge the pipeline. But what you have to realize, Deion, is at the end of the day, the NFL is a business. The NFL is a business, and they're trying to put the best possible product on the field. And you know what they have to do? You have to draft the players that are going to best help their teams to win right now. A lot of these coaches don't have 3-4 years of safety net that they can just draft any guy and give these guys an opportunity or that guy an opportunity. And you got to keep in mind, just because you weren't drafted doesn't mean you won't get an opportunity. There's several, and I believe 8 or 9 just got signed on free agent deals after the draft that they didn't get drafted from HBCUs. So just because you didn't get drafted in the NFL draft doesn't mean your dream is over. There's plenty of guys that didn't get drafted, but they've taken their talents to the, let's just say, NFL levels through free agency. And all of a sudden, they're on a team making plays. All of a sudden, they're on a second deal. They're on a third contract deal. So it's all of what you think about your opportunity. Think about this. At one point in time, they didn't have HBCU combines. The advancement for people that want to be in the league, you got to think about this. Here's something interesting that I didn't think about. You had 4 of the top 5 quarterbacks taken were all African American. When you think of the likes of Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Richardson, and Hendon Hooker, those are 4. Levis went 4, but Levis went in the second round, but 4 of the 5. 4 of the 5 were black. So you got to keep in mind from a standpoint, not getting drafted may not be the end all be all. But you got to think, are these teams giving opportunities out? Are these teams across the NFL giving guys a chance to get into the league and play their butts off and show what they can do? The NFL is littered with HBCU Hall of Fame talent. When you think of the likes of Shannon Sharp, when you think of the likes of Jerry Rice, when you think of the likes of those guys that went through HBCUs, Steve McNairs, that went through different things and had success, that won MVPs. So you just have to keep in mind, you can't get upset or you can't make statements like this, because when you're saying you're ashamed, it's a business. If I fill out a job application at AT&T and they don't hire me, should I say, I should be ashamed of AT&T because they didn't hire me? When it's a business, they may see somebody else that maybe this punter is punting better than you or fits a scheme better. Or maybe the punter interviewed, or the kicker, or the linebacker, or the running back, or the wide receiver. So I will respectfully have to agree to disagree. So what do you guys think? Get in the comment section. What do you think about Deion's comments? Get in the comment section and definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. And we'll see you on the very next episode.